Hey everyone, this is Austin Schur here with We Write About Music, and today I'm so happy to have back on once again Wildcat Hawkins. It's been a little bit, but we're going to go back in time. We're going to talk about his
Yeah.
single and
Oh yeah.
video, Don't Mind the Sellout Train When I Dynamite the Tracks. Wildcat Hawkins, thank you so much for being here. How are you doing? How have you been? What's going on?
I'm doing awesome, Austin. My feed stalled for a second there, but it's back to normal. So
Cool, I can hear you great. What's been going on? It's been a little while. How's your year been? Or New Year, I suppose.
yeah, I had plans to play some shows, but I haven't done that yet because my body is needing some healing. I've did some bulking and cutting, and I'm getting ready to try to expand my skill set as far as my moves for dance and martial arts. Mainly, I'm not I'm not planning on playing any professional basketball in all likelihood right now, but I'm in shape anyways.
That's awesome. I mean, you're the type of person that's always working on the next thing, whether it be music or physical fitness or just bettering yourself. And I respect that so, so much. Um, how is everything else? Like what's new?
Yeah, I need to come back and have another different conversation with you about this collection I created called Shell Game.
Okay.
So Shell Game was a loop DJ type of creation, like a MPC beat maker. So I used the GroovePad app, which I've used before. So it's something like a collab, I would say, because they
Yeah.
create the palette, they create the kit, and then I play it.
Oh, very cool. Very cool. I'm excited to talk about that in the future. I want to hop into this single. So for everyone out there that may not have heard it, it came out in 2024. We're going to call it Don't Mind the Sellout Train. And it's about as classic of a Wildcat Hawkins song as it gets. It's your signature improv piano. But then I also want to get into the video itself because the song is it's like I said, it's classic. It's haunting, it's stirring, it's beautiful, it's emotional, but the video does something special here. So let's hear about the video, how it was made, how you put it all together.
Sure thing, Austin. I think it's an interesting story, so I wanted to come tell it.
Of
Um,
course.
the song itself, it was a weekend, and I was in the mood to create a new piece of music, so I went and recorded it. It's the kind of thing where it was the first try. I recorded it on the first try this time,
Sure.
and I had a vibe there. So I took that recording with me, and I was thinking I was going to create a dance performance, an interpretive dance performance,
Right.
um, most likely out in the rain because it was a rainy day,
Yeah.
but not too rainy. And I simply couldn't pull it off because it was too rainy. So I went under a bridge to record this where there was no rain. And the neat thing about it was it gave it a flavor that was kind of like a parkour a little bit because there's slanted walls that I'm walking on and things.
Yeah. It's no, it gives it a nice perspective.
The thing about this performance that I'll tell the people is once I found a place where I could effectively film it. I didn't have any river behind me. It didn't have the same kind of scenery, but it imparted a different kind of vibe, I thought. And it did look a little bit like a scene from a Batman movie in terms of vibe, I thought.
Yeah,
So that
absolutely.
that that's an aesthetic I enjoy.
Right. And that's kind of, what I wanted to talk about here is like you make this music that immediately sucks you in. It's so immersive. It's such this kind of sound that is like not necessarily melancholy, but it just evokes this certain feeling. And then you go out and you make the video. So how do you map out actually making the video? Like what does the blueprint look like in your head in terms of I want to have this song and then I want to have the video, but I want to do something different.
Yeah, there was some things that I knew going into it. One was that I wanted to do an improvised interpretive dance that was not choreographed, and I wanted it to be a one take, continuous live performance.
Right.
So I went for that style this time. Another thing I knew I wanted was to film it in Minneapolis to
Sure.
just get some different type of scenery to it. And I went for that. Down near Stone Arch Bridge is a very awesome, epic area. Minneapolis is an amazing place that has a lot to offer, a lot of really
Awesome.
awesome stuff, and a lot of really awesome people, and just a lot of good memories for me. So it was cool to do that and just give an artistic flavor like that in the neighborhood
Right.
for me down near Pillsbury and Gold Medal Flower and cool stuff like this. So I did film it there. And the thing I want the people to realize is that the first, I did a take and I recorded myself on a tripod. This music doesn't adhere to a metronome, so I have to do an interpretive
Yeah.
dance while listening to it in my earphones. My well, this was a speaker this time, not earphones, but for this one. And what I did was I did a warm up and I filmed that, and then the second take was this performance. So it was essentially a one take thing, but there was a warm up.
Yeah. I understand
This went
that. And I actually really enjoy the interpretive dance because it lets you feel the music. You know what I'm saying? The dancing kind of informs the listener on what to expect. Obviously, they're listening to the song at the same time, but I think that planning choreography for this certain type of thing would take away like the original and fresh feeling that the song has. I understand having a warm up, there's nothing wrong with that, but kind of getting out there and doing what you think feels right in the moment is special because it allows the music and the emotion of it all to flow through you. And I think that really comes through when people are watching the video and listening to the single. Was that always the plan?
It was at this point I had had some luck with this style of art, and it was feeling like it was a wheelhouse for me in the same way
Yeah.
that you could say that um, a purely non-representational abstract painting was a wheelhouse that Jackson Pollock liked to be in.
Yeah.
For me, having an improvised flow dance that's not choreographed is something that works for me, I think.
Yeah. I fully agree. And like you're telling me that it's improvised, and I know that fully. But I think for someone that is watching this, they might think it's choreographed because it's just so natural feeling. And I really enjoyed that about it.
What I rely upon in that scenario is power, is
Yeah.
what I'll call it. And I don't have too much to say about it. You should just maybe look into things that have been said about magic by Michael and by Bruce Lee and Fred Astaire and
Okay.
Gene Kelly, is what I would steer people toward
Sure.
when it comes to how I do it exactly.
Do you have any plans to do more things like this for other songs?
One thing that I want to tell the people about is they might want to check out my video on YouTube for my song Minnesota Dank, because that the footage I shot when I was warming up for Sellout Train, I incorporated a clip of that warm up dance into the Minnesota Dank video because it was
Nice.
created with my B roll footage I decided not to use because I was thinking the Sellout Train video might have some cuts, but I just liked the raw video so much I couldn't.
Right, right.
I couldn't add edits like my other projects, such as Heresies, have edits and dancing.
Yeah.
So for Minnesota Dank, there was a really special moment that I'll tell you about. I took that clip where I was warming up to Sellout Train. That warm up dance performance was to a song that did not adhere to a metronome,
Okay.
and I imported that clip into my project from Minnesota Dank, a song that also did not adhere to a metronome. So it wasn't like they both matched BPM or anything.
Sure.
And when I pulled it into my video editor on my cell phone to make a Minnesota Dank vid, every movement synced perfectly to the music of
I
Minnesota
love
Dank
that.
without moving the
Awesome.
clip at all.
Very cool, man. It was all like a subconscious type thing.
It was something I never could have imagined, is what I'll say about it. When you look
Yeah.
at how closely the movements from that clip in the Minnesota Dank video synchronized to the music, Minnesota Dank, two different songs that do not adhere to metronomes. And when you consider that I did not alter the speed of the clip at all, and that I didn't trim it in any way, I dragged it in sight unseen, and every single movement synchronized perfectly. It's something I can't explain. It seems like a major coincidence to me,
It
is what
is,
I'll
but
say
I
about
mean,
it.
the fact that it worked is incredible. And, I would urge everyone to check that out as well. I think it sort of begs the question, though. It's like, you know, I personally enjoy a music video whenever it comes to a song. And I think your music is so unique and you have so many different genres, whether it be grunge or just melodic piano or whatever it is, that videos like this are necessary to kind of continue to bring the song to life. Do you ever see yourself doing something a little more choreographed, or do you think that you would stick with the interpretive side of these videos?
I want to incorporate choreography into the stuff that I do, and
Sure.
work with cool choreographers, like just like industry people that do
Yeah,
stuff with JT and Janet and stuff. Just cool people might want to hang out with me, perhaps. What I've told someone, I'm not gonna say who, but what I've told someone who I wanted to tell about this. Basically, I think that some of these artists have a deep list of memorized moves, then they throw
yeah,
them to the music in their performances. So I'm going to start adopting that. That's something that Michael did, not entirely choreographed, but there were a lot of just go-to moves that were ready to go. And
sure,
I want to
sure,
do that
sure.
eventually and get to some performing, which I haven't even been doing exactly. So other than
Is
performing
that
on
is that
video.
in the works? More live performances?
Yeah, what I need to do is I need to get out of art gallery mode that I've been in, where I kind of seem like something made for an art museum or a coffee shop almost, or like something
Sure.
you listen to in your kitchen, or
Yeah.
like having a coffee or walking. Go from that to like rocking the party is like a bit of a mode switch,
Okay.
and I'm gonna I mean as my body gets to be better and not have a minor limp that I have. I'm gonna try to keep my weight down and do a bunch of dance performances eventually, and that might require new music and a bunch of new stuff. Just teaming with a band and producer,
Awesome. I'm so
sort of like a
excited to
Billie
hear
Eilish
it.
concert or a Michael
Yeah.
Jackson concert, basically.
Right. Like the rest of your music, it's like you never know what's really coming or what's around the corner. It's what inspires you in the moment. And that's what I enjoy so much. I mean, you should know there's never any rush to put out things like this. So it's like, if you're feeling inspired to do it, great. But when you force art, that's when it becomes less original and fresh feeling. So I'm super happy to talk about this song, but I kind of want to look forward a little bit. We're recording this towards the end of March, and what is the near future plan for you? What's going on? Is anything in the works? And if there isn't, that's totally fine.
Yeah, I need to take a little bit of time off for the next month or so and just do a
Sure.
lot of yoga to try to fix this problem with the
Yeah,
musculature surrounding my pelvis. Basically, is
absolutely.
sort of stymied some of my plans, you might say.
Yeah.
And then it's sort of what I'm interested in is producing beats that are meant to get onto the radio for other artists potentially and myself.
Awesome.
So I want to get deeper into my study of FL Studio, most
Cool,
likely,
cool.
and then I want to. I'm interested in working with other people just to create like a MTV radio experience, perhaps to get together with someone like a Ryan Tedder or like Pharrell or
Oh
someone
yeah.
like that. If it was just like, well, let's try a collab that's just meant to be a hit for the radio, and I can bring half of the writing, perhaps.
No, that would
I
be
would try that.
amazing.
I
Very
think Ryan
cool.
is a good artist.
I think so as well.
People like that.
Right. Um, in terms of
I want to
this,
see Jay.
oh,
Also, sorry, I'm sorry, Austin.
oh, you're
I would
good, you're
like to
good.
see. Yeah, I'm such an interrupter sometimes.
It's
But
totally fine.
I would like to see JT perform uh, in his big arena tour and see JT out
I
there dancing.
I literally just saw him on Saturday.
That
His
must have been
his
fun.
yeah, it was really fun. And yeah, his moves are great.
JT is one of the best wand wavers.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a really great show, so I'm happy you brought that up. Um,
I'm glad you had a good time.
Thanks, man. Before we wrap up here, I want to throw it back to you, and I want to say, is there anything about this song or this video that you think is really important for people to know before they enjoy it?
Yeah, what I'd like you to know is that I'm an artist that is putting an interpretive dance style face forward. So that's something that I pride myself on, and I think that I've got a pretty deep level of magic, kind of like a Fred Astaire or something like that.
Yeah,
And I think you'll notice it. And I think that Michael is someone that I drew a lot of inspiration from in my youth, and I'm trying to do my own thing though, and that's what I'd like the people to realize.
awesome, man. Great, great closing statement. And it's always a pleasure talking to you, of course. Before we wrap up, though, I want to plug everything for you. If you didn't know, this is Wildcat Hawkins. He's been on many times before, and I'm really excited to talk to him in the future again. The song itself is called Don't Mind the Sellout Train When I Dynamite the Tracks. There is a single, there is a video. I recommend you check out both. We will have everything in our articles that you can listen and share and follow along and stay tuned for more. And as always, thank you, man. It's always such a pleasure. I know it's been a little bit, but it's really great to have you back and kind of catch up here.
Hey, it's awesome, Austin. It's good to get together with you again.
Awesome. All right. I really look forward to speaking soon. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this. Let's get together again.
Awesome. All right. Take care. I'll talk to you later. Bye bye.